Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Scorpio, I'm going to look at you carefully this week. I'm going to see who you really are, the mask you hide behind, why you hide it yourself, how this affects your relationships, advice for you, and possible outcome if you follow the advice. So it's going to be all wild unknown. Oh, hi, Lily. All wild unknown this week. I'm going to use the wild unknown tarot. She's doing. That's a good girl. She knows, like, because I already did Libra. After I do the second video, that it's lunchtime. She's getting into her position to keep reminding me of that. You guys stare at me? All right. So Scorpio, we're going to start with the Wild Unknown Oracle and see who you really are. Well, Scorpio, I love how in the reading about like who you really are, you literally pull out like the death card, the Scorpio card in the position of who you really are. And then you have in the that's the tarot. And then the oracle card of the wild unknown for why you hide it yourself is the scorpion, the actual scorpion little creature that comes out. So way to show up at your own reading. I wanted to say, yeah, that's cool. Good for you. I like that you've done that with your energy. Okay, now who you are, though, is really interesting. You got the mouse, the lovers, the mother of cups, and the death card. Oh, boy. You are, I want to say, someone who's going through some sort of a rebirth. Either this is a rebirth of, like, yourself in relationships, or it's a rebirth of a particular relationship. So I'm just, it's kind of like one or the other to me. And it looks like also that you have either been like really focusing on a lot of the little things in life, or the little things about relationships to kind of give yourself a rebirth here. Like you've either been closing off a relationship, or you're trying to restructure an existing relationship. But I do feel like you've been doing a lot of the, I would call like small menial tasks in this. And they could just be small menial tasks surrounding your own life, or small menial tasks in a relationship to try to give it like an opportunity to be reborn. So in some ways, like, even though this comes out as being a little bit nitpicky, the mouse, and I mean, you could be, maybe you could be, I mean, you could even be like just really nitpicky in terms of partnerships with people right now too. Like you're not jumping into anything new as part of your rebirth. You're kind of maybe overanalyzing, but it's almost like to the point where it could be keeping you kind of small. Yeah, but what I do get with that mouse though is that even if this is something that you're doing for an existing relationship, you know, that has kind of gone, and you want to bring it back up again, it's almost like you're creating, you know, if you focus on that foundation, because they feel like tiny menial things that may not initially be recognized, but it's like making sure the grout, all those points are done properly, everything is level. So if you're going to make a foundation here, it's not going to crumble down the way. Right? Like it's going to be a solid, because you can say, oh, that's nitpicky, but depending on what stage you're at, right? I mean, if you're pouring and you want a level foundation or ground to start pouring your foundation, and you want to make sure the first row is completely 100% level, I think it's probably important to be nitpicky, right? Like, because everything after that, like if it's even slightly off, if it's like all going to the right a little bit too much, even if it's tiny, incrementally. If you're going to add like 20 floors to that, each time you add a floor, you know that is going to show up more. So it's just, I don't want to call it nitpicky, because I feel like because it has to do with a rebirth and something very significant for you, I want to say this is probably important. But, moving forward, you do need to come out of that energy and I guess have a little more flexibility. The mask here, hi Larry, now everybody's here. The mask that you hide behind is interesting. I want to say, like, with the Stingray and the Six of Wands, and then the Five of Swords and the Four of Cups, I want to say you're putting off to the world, Oh God, hi Larry, didn't expect that. You're kind of showing the world here how handsome you are. Yes. You're showing everybody how handsome Larry is. Uh-huh. Hi Larry. What you doing with yourself today? Yeah, that's Lily. She's down there waiting for lunch. Are you too? Are you also waiting for lunch? Okay, yes. Okay, so Larry's going to sit here and be part of the show. I kind of feel like the bit of a persona, or the way that people are perceiving you, is that you are confident. You are confident and you have successfully surmounted things that either you've been cut out of, or you've had to cut things out of, or any opportunities that you feel kind of came your way at some point and it was bad timing, or you weren't in the best energy to receive it, or you missed things here. Like, you're confident about all that stuff. You're confident about all those things. Now, I'm not even sure, like, what's funny though, because why you hide your true self is part of the Scorpion. Now, the Scorpion talks about, like, you may have a lot, because you have the little mousy card, you may have been in a stage where there was a lot of really tiny important things that you really need to look after here. Because the Scorpion too can be, to me, that card can be a bit overwhelmed, but it is sometimes, like, if it comes out in a guidance area, which it didn't, but if it did, it would be, kind of telling you that, take it all on and really go after it and really develop it. But I feel like maybe you have kind of taken it all on, quite a lot of it. And why? Some sort of hopeful new beginning that can bring, perhaps that you can see things clearly for yourself. Like, that this is why you hide your true self. So I don't know how much of you is actually hidden here, except because none of them seem to relate specifically to one another. I mean, I may be and this happens to me a lot in Scorpio readings where I'm not really sure what's going on, but you guys are like, yeah, no, just keep reading the energy because it's totally on the mark. So, and these could be different parts of your life that I'm picking up here in different ways that people are seeing them, and compared to what you're actually focusing on. Or these could all be connected somehow. But why you're hiding your true self is, I want to say there could be secrets and a lot of things that you've got going on for yourself with the Scorpion card. And again, because of the mouse, the way I described it, it's as if you're even, because with the Death card having some sort of a rebirth here, I want to say it's important that you make sure that the ground is level before you pour the foundation, and that the first row of brick is level, so that things can be clear and balanced. Now, how does this affect your relationship? So that's interesting. You have the Eagle, which is, clearing out heavy karma, going after the good things in life. So I kind of want to say it's good. I mean, I'm not really sure how you're using the energy or why. But the 8 of Wands, the 10 of Wands in the world, if there's been any difficulty that you've been having with, where you want to move, or what actions you want to take, or who or what you want to communicate to, any burdens that you faced in that, you're closing it off. So again, the mouse does not feel like it could be applied in terms of being nitpicky. Because, okay, to me, nitpicky, that whole scenario, what would be considered nitpicky is like, now you're just like being difficult for the sake of being difficult, or you're just coming up with reasons not to do what needs to be done here. You've done the foundation, you made sure it was level, and now you're putting a roof on, and you literally can't decide, right? Like everything's been built up, and you literally can't decide if you want to go with slate gray or fog gray shingles. Like, okay, they're both gray, and it's the shingles at this point, and it's the color that you're coming down to, and the colors are so similar. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be nitpicky. But this feels more because it's associated with the death card that, yeah, whatever you've been nitpicky about, it's good. It's important, and it's actually, it's helping your life, your movements, your intentions. It's taking away the burdens that you've possibly been dealing with. And I would say you've had a lot with the Scorpion card. You've had a lot going on. You've maybe even felt that you really had to be kind of competitive, even if it wasn't with others, but with yourself and in your own life somehow, like prove some things to yourself that you could accomplish. So now, I don't know what I'm going on with you, but advice for you as a unicorn. It's like, believe in magic. Believe in magic. Scorpio. The Two of Pentacles is funny, right? Because, okay, believe in magic, and you've got this nitpicky, I don't think he likes me right now. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what's going on with you. You got clean litter box, you got full tummy, you've had cuddles, you've been in and out. This kind of feels like somebody who might have so much going on that believing in magic isn't the first priority for them at this time. But then you have the Star and the Son of Swords. So I kind of feel like that there's some blessings that want to come in for you, and at quite a fast pace. But it is kind of almost like you're, maybe that's the thing. Maybe at this point, like you have started creating something, and as you move up the building of your life, the foundation towards the roof, because this could start, the nitpicky could start to get into the way. Like maybe you're not realizing that you've created some sort of new foundation for a beginning for yourself. And that's the point where you needed to be nitpicky. Because now it's kind of allowing more free flow to happen and allow some spontaneity perhaps too with the Son of Swords and the Star. Like the universe wants to bring in some blessings here and really fast. Like you might even just recognize these quite quickly if you get out of kind of the zone that you're in with the mouse. The outcome, if you follow the advice, is interesting because I feel like there is some untapped potential here that you need to release. And I feel like it's more associated with magic and miracles happening. So seeing those clearly, wow, that Mother of Swords with then the High Priestess and the Emperor. So it is seeing things very clearly from a more universal perspective, as opposed to, well, and with the magic, as opposed to a muggle perspective, you know, like a mundane, a 3D. And the Emperor, I'm actually not sure how the Emperor comes in here. If this is like a perspective about yourself, maybe not even realizing how far you've built yourself here. Like take a step back, it's that too. It's almost like, well, art is a little more, I'm thinking of a painting, but I want to say art is like when you're painting something, a lot of times you almost start more fluid and then you become nitpicky as you go into it. You know, like you just build on shapes and shadows and light, and then you start defining those more and more and more and more to create an image. But maybe that's even it. It's like, even with a piece of artwork, it's important to just take a step back and look at what it is that you're creating. And because I think there's a lot more here. You've done a lot more even perhaps than you realize. So you have the Six of Swords, the Nine of Cups. Look at this. Like, you may not even realize, like, you are moving. You could even be moving. Could you be moving past a dream or a wish here? With the Nine of Cups, but then the Six of Swords. Are you moving away from something that you were wishing for because you're so caught up in the I don't know what, right? I mean, I've kind of defined it energetically. And then you have the vulture, the buffalo, and the spider. And what does a vulture do but pick away at a corpse? The rumblings of change with the spider. Away at a corpse. Let's clarify, because yeah, I feel like the mouse was somehow beneficial, but now it's a little too nitpicky. So the mouse is who you really are. The Knight of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Emperor. I told you, it is. It's like something quite big and significant to you. Really big. Even perhaps like some sort of destiny that you have here. The Lovers. The Hanged Man and the Strength card. There is so much major arcana in this area of who you are. I want to say you hold back. You hold back on divine choices here. Or overly looking. It's kind of funny. Something's coming up that came up for like an instant when I was first pulling the cards out. And one of it was somebody who's maybe overly picky about the people that they associate with. Or partnerships. There's a possibility of that here. The Mother of Cups. The Tower. And then the Death card. The Ace of Pentacles and the Devil. Oh. But, okay, so it's almost like, yeah, there is something that you've been doing here. Because there's your Ace of Pentacles, like why? Why you hide your true self? And really a lot of work here, a lot of effort, a lot of time, maybe even competition that you had to be involved in to have this new beginning and battling the devil for it. Focusing on the tiny things here. Also feels like to me who's someone who could have been navigating a very, so I'm seeing actually the Nine of Wands in this deck. It's a staircase going up, but it's just like covered in sticks and sharp objects. So it's not an easy staircase to climb. You have to be really, really careful about it. Okay, so the mask you're hiding behind is Stingray. You're confident about your truth. You're not that confident about your truth. The Six of Wands. The Six of Wands. The Ace of Cups. Okay. Okay. I can see here. Because now when we're talking about like the mind and feelings and emotions, these are the kind of things that may not always show up in the 3D to clarify things for us instantly. It's almost kind of, I'm also hearing that is the Fairy card. Some people say that seeing is believing, where in fact believing is seeing. So there's something about that here with, you know, as your advice, because you are very much, you've almost been so caught up in some sort of reality struggle in life and all of the tiny little details involved with that, that if you would describe yourself as a magician, or a sorcerer or a witchy person or whatever, it's almost like you've left too much of that behind for you. And you have become a little too much like a muggle, right? Okay, so the Five of Swords. The Lovers. Well, you cut that out. Or the ones that you cut out. The Four of Cups. The Four of Cups came out. And the Seven of Wands. Is it like you're confident here, or you're putting on a display, like you're confident about perhaps what your future could hold after cutting certain things out, maybe. But I want to say there's something here where you're not necessarily confident that you aren't going to end up in, what is this? Like double rat, and then the Seven of Wands, like having to protect yourself. You're not confident that uncomfortable energy wouldn't come at you and you would need to defend yourself. What's interesting though, right? Because this is like you have to fight the devil for something. To fight the devil for something is who you are. And like being with the mouse, almost like just in it, trapped in it, or hyper focused in it. So your perspective, I want to say your internal perspective is not as confident and positive as your external perspective, you know, with things to come. The Scorpion, why you hide your true self? The Scorpion, well, you do have a lot going on. The Magician, oh, interesting. And the Daughter of Cups, it's almost like you've had a lot going on and you're trying to literally manifest hope. All right. I mean, it all seems very healthy in a way. It looks like you were maybe dealing with something that was not healthy. The Ace of Pentacles. The Ten of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, this is something that was keeping you stuck, that you had to wrestle the devil with. But you've accomplished that, because this Ten of Wands is over here as something that's getting closed off, right? Like how this affects your relationship. Something that's getting closed off. You're ending this. I kind of want to say this reading feels like it's just a bit of a pep talk. You know, if you've been through something really, really difficult that you have to be hyper focused on, that's, yeah, maybe affected. I want to say, I think it's just affected you temporarily, because you are trying to manifest hope here. The Daughter of Cups. The Seven of Swords. But you're hiding. Well, I want to say if it's like you're hiding what you're trying to manifest, because I think you already look hopeful. So I think you already, to others, you look confident and hopeful. But that's the thing inside that you're trying to generate. The Father of Swords. The Eight of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. Yeah, you know, you actually are trying to move towards some sort of disconnection that you've had with maybe even your own hopes and dreams here and wishes, and trying to see clearly and move forward with that. So almost too, I want to say, like, even like having a very clear mindset. so that that can give you even like the foundation of like a healthy hope here. Eagle, how this affects your relationships. The eagle, the Ten of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the Empress, and the Queen of Swords. Some of you could be closing off sort of a period of your life here where you could have either been like a parent or a partner to someone. Like that was a significant time in your life with the Eagle and the Sun and the Ten of Swords. But that comes to an end. And then you're moving forward with a different mindset. The Ten of Wands. The Seven of Pentacles. Oh, so there's a plan. Like if you've been in a lot of planning stages and like hyper focused on all the little details in planning stages, that's part of what these burdens have been and that are coming to an end. And with the World. The World, whoa. The World, half like the deck came out with that. The World, but there's only one that's upright, and it's the Sun. So that's nice. There you go. Okay, well that's just harnessing the Sun. Harnessing the Sun after some pretty serious defeats here. That's great, Scorpio. Okay, so believe in magic. Advice for you, Unicorn. The Unicorn. The Ten of Cups, the Chariot, and the Three of Swords. Oh my God. Well, that would be believing in magic, wouldn't it? So, maybe you believe in the wrong kind of magic here. I don't know. I mean, that's what goes backwards, no? The Ten of Cups, the Chariot, and the Three of Swords. Let's see how this whole row plays out. The Two of Pentacles, the Daughter of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the Star, the Two of Pentacles and the Five of Cups, and the Son of Swords. The Five of Wands and the Star. I'm still really confused about this. I mean, every way I look at it. So the Ten of Cups is having some sort of happiness with other people. And the Chariot is like going in a different direction. And the Three of Swords, obviously, right, is heartache. But this is like advice for you with the Unicorn. Why is the Three of Swords here? Why is this the Daughter of Wands, like the Page of Wands? I mean, it could be some sort of conversation. It could be something, there could be some even like some sort of final conversation for you to have with someone here. Something to say that, oh, okay. Maybe it's something to be said. And you've left it with the Scorpion card too. That's the kind of person that will finally lash out after having a lot going on. Maybe there's some sort of final conversation you're meant to have here with someone. And you may, because it's associated with kind of believing in magic, is you may not realize the significance, like how much this is going to change things for you. It is to take on perhaps also some sort of it has the feeling of it's taking something on here. It's almost like a detour that you wouldn't expect. And in this detour, it feels like to me that there's something that you're going to face, something that you're going to have a discussion about that is not either likely something that you feel you would, or you may even not realize the significance of how it could change you. But yet it seems to be something that leads to like relieving some sort of, I want to hear like discontent with the Two of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. Like discontent about how perhaps wishes or dreams have been fulfilled here. And then the Knight of Swords though, like this is the thing, like things just change really fast somehow, where you go from feeling like there's a need to really compete, there's a lot of competing interests, to just like quickly move beyond that into fulfillment, the Star, blessings. So I don't know, it's got to be something that is very particular to each of your lives and how this is coming out. And it is releasing some sort of untapped potential. The Eight of Wands and Temperance. That is an untapped potential. The Mother of Swords, like something that's held back. The Four of Wands, the High Priestess. There's that Nine of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Three of Cups. Is there someone that you haven't seen in a long time? And I don't know why I say, and I mean a long time. I don't know why it's coming out like that. Maybe that's what this is. Like the Ten of Cups, the Chariot, and the Three of Swords. Something you're meant to revisit. The universe is hiding something here. There's an untapped potential in some sort of relationship or within you. And if it's just within you, it's something that kind of gets triggered or activated in with someone or in some sort of meeting here. The Emperor. The Three of Wands, the Son of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and the Four of Swords. Wow. I mean, this, for one thing, it heals any thoughts, any difficult thinking that you're working through. This is kind of part of the outcome, right? It heals any difficult thoughts that you've had. And it's almost like it opens up, perhaps even like your desire, your instincts. Yeah, I don't know. It's almost like you've got yourself into a little tiny hole, like with the mouse energy, but it was an important place to be. And now the universe is really trying to like draw you out. This, okay, let's see this. Because I'm saying it's almost like there's some kind of untapped potential here. That, right? The Nine of Cups, but the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is moving away from the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. This is, oh, okay. I kind of feel like this is getting you closer to your dreams. There's the Three of Pentacles. And there's the Six of Wands. The Father of Swords, the Father of Cups, and the Six of Wands. So that is a clear mind and a clear heart. We'll write this. These are conflicted. So this is to get you, the universe trying to get you closer. It's trying to bridge the distance too between you and a dream or a wish that you have for yourself. And that, Scorpio, is what I have. That's a really deep ass reading. I'm going to go do the extended. In the extended, I'm going to use the same decks, but a different teeny tiny tarot deck. So I have a full deck of cards. And I'm going to ask, how can you release your full potential at this time? Thank you so much, Scorpio. Till next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.